Hello, how are you all doing with this week's full moon? Did anything um get revealed to you, or did you notice anything shift or change as we went through that full moon energy? I'd love to hear how it's going for you, what you have questions about. And today I want to talk to you about how the Saturn Uranus square, which was actually mostly active last year, but how it brings change to the status quo, because it's still quite active and it is activated by today's moon in Aquarius passing by the planet Saturn. And so we have in the sky the planets. Some of them move more quickly, some of them move more slowly. Those outer planets are moving slowly through the zodiac, kind of creating the background energy that doesn't change very much, maybe creates more of a theme for a few years or even a few decades in some cases. And then we have the faster moving planets, the moon, of course, being the fastest, that goes all the way through the zodiac every month and stays in a sign for about 2 to 2.5 days. So when the moon moves past Saturn, which is one of those outer planets, it activates that energy of Saturn in Aquarius. And Saturn being in Aquarius means that the planet of structure and systems and authority, and where we place our trust in authority and in ourselves, how that is in the sign of Aquarius, which is a sign of shakeup, of change, of unexpected developments, of instability. So you can see how we've had some of that in the collective, and the combination of some developments in the outer world that bring shakeup, that bring destabilization, and some of the ways that we have to then find our own sense of, find freedom from within to speak up for the things that are important to us, and to be rebellious and shake things up and make some noise about what's important to us, to break out of any limitations that are placed on us, but also to change the structures of authority in general. So changes and destabilization to our government, to our systems, to democracies in the world, and then how we as individuals need to find that authority within ourselves to say, hey, this is what we want, this is what we're working for, this is how we want to get organized to bring about change. And having Saturn in Aquarius is about shaking up some of those things, but also about visioning the way they could be, and long-term putting structures and systems in place that are more aligned with the future and the way that we want, and our vision of possibility for the future. So that planet Saturn, which is an outer planet, is also has been in a square relationship with the planet Uranus. And this was, as I said, very active with 3 exact squares in 2021, is now fading out, beginning to fade out, but is still very active. And at different points, that square comes very close to exact, even during 2022. So it's within a few degrees of exact right now. And as that moon comes through and awakens the energy of Saturn, we have this square being, just some reminders of what's going on. And the square is a challenge. It's a challenging relationship between Saturn, the planet of stability and structure and systems, which is in the sign of freedom and rebellion and change. And then that is in a square or challenging relationship with Uranus, which is the planet of freedom and rebellion and authenticity, and finding our own individuality and uniqueness, and expressing that and being proud of that, in the sign, Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, which is a sign that is very stable and predictable and routine and everyday and ordinary and very much in a rhythm of predictability. So we have a lot of paradoxes here. We have Saturn, which is the planet of stability in Aquarius, which is the sign of instability. And we have Uranus, which is the planet of instability in Taurus, which is another sign of stability. And so those paradoxes are there. And then you put that in a challenging relationship or a square that creates pressure. And it's really pushing change on many fronts. It's pushing change in our systems, our structures, our institutions, our or ways that we get organized. It's also asking us to bring change into our organizations and structures. It is also asking us to think about what we want, because as things break down and become unstable, we have also this tremendous creative energy that can come in and make something to generate results from some of this chaos. So what are the results you want? And now is the time to trust yourself, as I was talking about yesterday, opening your mind, believing in yourself, believing in possibility. So check that out from yesterday about the Aquarius moon. But also we have this energy in general, this bigger picture energy that we are collectively evolving in, that is asking us to shift and change and ask who we truly are, what's important to us, what we value, what we imagine and vision for the future, and how we can be active participants in creating that, how we are actually creative beings. And when we just feel our shattered and traumatized selves, we want to give up. We feel that feeling of doom and gloom. That there's really truly another possibility, which is that this is the beginning of a phenomenal rebirth, and we can participate in that. And it is it is created by us. We are active creative beings. And so individually, when we're all being our best selves and taking care of ourselves and doing the self-care that we talk about so much here in the astrology of unshakable self-care, when we're taking care of ourselves, we can participate in this bigger creative sense of possibility and movement toward a better world. So that got kind of big picture for today, but of course the moon is in Aquarius, and I talked a lot about Aquarius yesterday, so you can also review that. And we will keep going with our daily Astro vibes. Thank you so much for watching and for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you think. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.